All right, welcome to class, everyone. Today we are going to be learning about diversity. What do you think diversity means?
Black and white and purple.
Black and white and purple? Kind of. It means like a different, different things. That's what that means. What do you think, Michelle?
I think diversity means having a little bit of everything.
That's right. All right, I'm going to stick this on the board.
That's what I'm talking about, Corey.
This is the board. Diversity, it is a range of different things. So exactly what you guys said. It needs to be different. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it's like our class.
It is like our class.
Everybody's a different person.
All you gotta do is choose the right, and you're a different person.
Yes. So today, I kind of wanted to help you get a better picture of what diversity is about holidays. Everybody, there's lots of different holidays, right? Do you have any examples? What are some examples?
Yeah, Thanksgiving,
Thanksgiving,
4th
Easter.
of July,
4th of July,
Christmas,
yeah.
Easter.
Easter.
Mhm. What's
Martin
today?
Luther King Day.
But not everybody
What's Thanksgiving?
celebrates all of the holidays that we celebrate.
That's right. There's different types of cultures that celebrate different kinds of holidays.
Yeah, what's that one? Cinco de Mayo.
Yep, I'm gonna have a slide for you guys today that I wanted to show you with 3 different holidays that other people celebrate that, normal people in the United States don't normally celebrate. So let's see here. This is about different holidays. All right. So the first one I wrote down was Thanksgiving, like Michelle said. Do you guys know what Thanksgiving is?
Well, it's an American holiday,
Mhm.
but particularly a United States holiday,
It
because
is.
not all of the Americas celebrate it.
Yes, that's right. So Thanksgiving came about because a lot of people in the United States that originally lived here, they wanted to have peace with the people, like the Indian people that were there. And so they did. They came together and they had a really big feast and they gave thanks for everything that they had and for the land, for the food, for the friendship that they had made. And that's why we have Thanksgiving. It's a good time for families to get together and be thankful for the things that they have. Right? The next one is a Mexican holiday. It's called Dia de los Muertos, which is also it's Day of the Dead. Has anybody heard of that one before?
I have a Hispanic friend that actually celebrated it,
Mm-hmm.
and she said it was really cool because they kind of like really remember the people that have passed on, and she would like read stories about her mom and her grandma and her dad and people that had passed on that day.
Mm-hmm.
And then she like had like little mural thingy or something that they made
Yeah.
that they kind of symbolized the passing of the person or something to do with that. I didn't quite
Yeah.
understand it.
So they have something called an ofrenda. You see here on this grave how there's lots of things around them. So they call it an ofrenda, which is like an offering. So they put things that that person really liked when they were living. They put like a specific kind of food, or if they like shoes or flowers and things like that. And so they believe that on this specific day is when their the people that had died before get to come back to Earth and they get to visit with you. And so it's also a good holiday to come together as family and with friends and to remember everybody that passed on, like Michelle was saying. All right, there's one more. This one is called Hanukkah. Anybody know what Hanukkah is?
I know it's Jewish.
It is. It is
I
Jewish.
don't know how they celebrate it though.
Yeah. A lot of people think it's a lot like Christmas, but it's really not. So the Jewish people celebrate Hanukkah because in history their people were, I guess, captive by the Greek Empire, and the day that they got free, they wanted to light the eternal flame, is what they call it in their religion, but they only had one thing of oil to last them one day. But they really wanted to light it anyways, and so they did, and it ended up burning for 8 days, which was really cool, and they ended up getting enough oil to keep the flame burning, so that they could have their eternal flame. So that's why they have 8 candles, and they light one each day, and they have a specific kind of flame.
Is that just 8 or not?
I think that's 8. I think they might have 9, just for like the end of it. They might light another one.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and right here is like the Jewish star. But that's what the Jewish do to.
Don't they eat
celebrate.
special foods?
They do.
And certain breads, I think they have like a bread that's a braided bread that's
Mhm.
kind of round, and because there's like places where there's a lot of Jewish people, they have those kind of bakeries.
Isn't that the Star of David? Or no?
Yeah, it is called the Star
It
of David.
symbolizes the atonement too.
Yeah,
I mean, to us, maybe not to them.
yeah, probably not. That's okay. All right. So why do you guys think that being different is important? Like, why do you think that is good?
It's not important. Keep going. All the same. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Oh,
I
sorry.
think that that there is, well, if we're all the same, then there's nothing to learn
Mhm.
because we're all exactly the same. And so I think the diversity of having traditions, good traditions from your forefathers, gives you a connection to them. Where, like, if all of us were the same, we wouldn't have a necessarily connection with our ancestors. We would just, we're all the same.
Mhm.
But by having different traditions that come through from the places that we originated from, it gives us a sense of belonging.
Mhm.
And a sense of belonging is really good for the human mind. And also, traditions are a way of remembering, like your loved ones. Like traditions weren't so great to me until my grandmother passed away, and then it was really hard for me to like celebrate Thanksgiving and Christmas because we always, as a family, went to Grandma's house, and then we didn't really have our own traditions because we always shared them with Grandma. And then all of a sudden, my grandma wasn't there anymore, and it was kind of like we were just sitting there going, oh, what do we do, because we were so used to going to her house on Christmas Day that we didn't have our own traditions. And so I realized that it was important to create your own traditions and have traditions you share with your extended family.
Mhm.
So when I got a family, I tried to make sure I still had some of my own traditions, because you never know when your extended family is not going to be available, and you feel really lonely when you don't have those associations. It really can make you feel really sad. And so by having traditions that you carry into your own family from your extended, you feel that love even when they're not there.
Perfect. Thank you so much for sharing, Michelle. Is there anybody else that thinks diversity or being different is important? Why do you think it's important?
Helps me appreciate my life.
That's good.
Why? I hear you complain about diversity all the time. You hated it.
Well, you got a drunk over here and you think, I do have a good wife. You know what I mean? That kind of thing.
Yep. All right. So something
Helps
I
you
wanted to
appreciate
do
the good things in
Yeah,
life.
it does help you appreciate it.
to help you guys remember diversity. There, I put some pictures of the ones that we talked about. The Day of the Dead, Hanukkah, and Thanksgiving. And I want you guys to draw a picture about one of the holidays that we talked about, or just one that you like, and write a little bit about it and I want you to write why it's important this holiday. So here's a piece of paper. I have markers and crayons.
Any holiday or one that we talked about?
It can be any holiday that you would like, or one of that we talked about. Either way. I'll put this in the middle here so you guys can have the markers and crayons. Ask a stupid question.
Well, I'm grateful for the Jews, you know that?
Is what?
Is your birthday a holiday?
I'm glad
Well, I
they,
guess it could be. It's an annual thing.
Mine is.
8 days they made a plan.
Yes, Rebecca's is the actual holiday.
That's really cool. I didn't know that about their flame. I knew that they did it, but I didn't know why.
And I also think it's important to remember our progenitors that passed on down the course. Really, that's what that
I mean, it's
holiday's
kind of
about.
like why we